In this video, we'll see together how to install a heat pump, which is also called a reversible air conditioner. It's an economical and eco-friendly solution that allows you to both heat your home and cool it in the summer. Today, we're going to install a monosplit. That means there's only one unit inside and one unit outside. But if needed, you can install up to 4 indoor splits for a single outdoor unit. The main benefit of this system is its reversible air conditioning. That means I can use it for air conditioning in the summer, as well as heating in the winter. The second big advantage of reversible air conditioners, also known as heat pumps, is that they're one of the most energy efficient systems. This product has a seasonal coefficient of performance of 4 and a seasonal energy efficiency ratio of 6.3. What that means is that the device will, on average, consume 1 kW of electricity to produce 4 kW of heat or 6.3 kW of cooling. For comparison, a standard electric heater uses 1 kW of electricity to provide 1 kW of heat to the house. So here, we're 4 times more energy efficient than an electric heater, and for air conditioning, we're about 2 to 3 times more efficient than a portable air conditioner. In fact, it's so efficient that you just need to install 1 or 2 solar panels to offset 100% of the air conditioning's electricity consumption in the summer. Not only is it pretty simple to install without the help of a professional, but it's also one of the best economic and ecological solutions for heating and air conditioning. Let's start with the indoor unit. You'll need to position it at least 2 meters above the floor, but always leave a bit of space above so you can open the cover, tinker with it, change the filters, and do plenty of things with it. Behind the indoor unit, the refrigerant lines and condensate drain can be oriented in any direction. I chose to direct them to the right so I could run everything through the ducts sold by Airton, by the way. And then to have them go through a hole that was already made in my wall. Depending on the thickness of the wall, I recommend either using a hole saw or renting a core drill. Next, I mark the location of the bracket on the wall, drill the holes, insert the anchors, and that will allow me to screw in my bracket. Before snapping the unit onto the wall, I run a 4G 1.5 electrical cable through. This will be used to power the split unit and to communicate with the outdoor unit. The split unit simply snaps onto its bracket. You can clearly hear the click. And then I open the front cover to connect each electrical wire by simply screwing the screws onto the terminals. I also take this opportunity to connect the Wi-Fi module, which will allow me to control the air conditioner with my phone through the Smart Life app. Next, I'm going to connect the refrigerant lines by screwing them in by hand and then with a wrench. The system is guaranteed to be 100% airtight. And anyway, for now, there's no gas in the pipes. Since it's still stored in the outdoor unit, we'll release it into the system later. I'm finishing by applying the insulating foam from Airton to stop condensation. In the end, I have 4 elements coming out of my indoor unit. My 2 refrigeration lines, my 4G-15 power supply, and my condensate drain pipe. I put all of that into my cable duct, run it through my hole, and I'll continue the rest outside. Outside, I have 2 options. The first is to place my unit on the ground on suitable anti-vibration supports so it doesn't get damaged over time. Or the second option is to fix it to the wall on a suitable wall bracket, also to reduce vibrations. That's the solution I chose. So that the grass on the ground doesn't get into the blades and damage the unit over time, on my wall I drill holes, insert anchors and screw in the bracket, which has a built-in level to ensure it's straight. I place the outdoor unit on the brackets and finish by screwing the feet in from underneath. Be careful, the outdoor unit must not be over 12 meters from the indoor unit. Quite simply because the ready-climb refrigerant lines have a maximum length of 12 meters. With only 6 meters between my 2 units, it's perfect. That allows me to use only one line because actually the lines are either 4 or 6 meters long. If you want 8, 10 or 12 meters, you must connect 2 lines using a separately sold connector. And so that adds an extra step. In my case, I didn't need it. Let me remind you, for each indoor unit, there are 4 cables coming down, 2 refrigerant lines, the power supply and the condensate drain. I have 1 indoor unit, so just 1 duct goes down. With these elements, let's go step by step. I just need to connect the two refrigerant lines to the outdoor unit. Making sure to put cable 1 on socket A1 and cable 2 on socket A2. Be careful, avoid bending the pipes as much as possible, avoid right angles, and make the curves as wide as possible. The goal is not to pinch the copper pipe, which will transfer the coolant inside. Next, we move on to the electrical part. I start by connecting the 4G 1.5 cable so that the outdoor unit can power and control the indoor unit. And then, of course, I need to bring electricity to power the outdoor unit. For that, I will install a 16A circuit breaker in my electrical panel and run a 3G-2.5 cable, which I will connect to the outdoor unit at the designated location. And we finish with the condensate drainage. So here we have the pipe from the indoor unit. We're going to secure it here with a cable tie so it doesn't drip on the wall and leave marks. And what about the outdoor unit? Underneath, I put this little elbow that came with it, and it's going to let the condensation drip here onto the grass. It's perfect. Once everything's connected, I can call a professional. In about 20 minutes, he will check that my installation is done properly and will open the valves with the provided key to release the gas that was blocked in the outdoor unit and start up the whole system. And there you go, the installation is finally finished. It took us about 2 days to do everything. It took a long time, mainly on the finishing touches like screwing in cable ducts and ensuring neatness. 1 day to make it work, 2 days to finish it nicely, plus we had to film the video at the same time. And now I'll be able to control everything with the remote or through the Smart Life app since I installed the Wi-Fi module earlier. To add the air conditioner to the Smart Life app, it's pretty simple. You just go to the plus button at the top right to add a device. You look for large home appliance, air conditioner, Wi-Fi. You enter all your Wi-Fi network information. You click next. There you go. Confirm and check that the indicator light is blinking. And then at that moment, you need to press and hold the Wi-Fi button on the remote control. The Wi-Fi logo on the air conditioner will start blinking. It will blink slowly, so you say it's blinking slowly. And that's it. The pairing will start. Normally, everything should go smoothly. And you should have access. Let me go back to your air conditioner. On the Smart Life app, you can control everything. Obviously, the temperature. You can choose with the button at the bottom left to make the fan oscillate. Let's say the fan. You can also choose a fixed position. For example, position 1 will be the highest position, so it doesn't blow directly on you. You can also set it to sleep mode. You can set a timer to choose when you want the air conditioner to stop, to turn off automatically. So this app is really great for scheduling the air conditioner to turn on a few hours before you arrive and maybe turn off during the night when it gets a bit cooler. You can then set the air conditioner to automatic, cooling, dehumidifier, or heating mode because it's a reversible air conditioner, I repeat. So you can also use it as a heater, and it's a very economical and efficient heater. That's what we saw at the beginning of this video. You can also use it just for ventilation as a fan, which uses less energy. Okay, you can set the ventilation power to low automatic. We have many options. I set it to silent mode, so while filming I can't hear anything. But even if I set it to turbo or even high, I doubt you'll hear anything. It's still pretty quiet. Everything is here. You can invite people to manage your home with you, so we can put the air conditioning on several apps. You, your husband, your partner, your spouse, I don't know, that's it. Anyone can control this air conditioning remotely, and it's really convenient. I finally have air conditioning in my office, so I can work on upcoming videos, even in summer. Without air conditioning, it was 31 degrees and unbearable. And on top of that, I'll be able to remove this old gas heater and heat myself with a much more eco-friendly and much cheaper energy. In conclusion, I'm really a fan of this system from Airton. It's the system I would have installed in my home if I had known about it earlier. Quite simply because it's a super easy system to install without the help of a professional, even though you need one at the end to start up the system. But 99% of it I can do by myself. And there you go. Let me know what you thought of this tutorial. Subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorials on installing solar panels, for example, which will allow us to produce electricity for our heat pump, but also reports on eco-friendly houses made from shipping containers, yurts, and many other things. I'll see you soon on this YouTube channel. There's still much for us to discover. This was Julian Malara. Thanks for watching until the end. See you next time.